All right, good afternoon to all of you out there, and good afternoon to you two in here. Thank you for sticking with me. I still have a few fans left. The rest of them left me for like bingo today or something. Rude, just rude. Just kidding. We are glad for anyone that is joining out there, as I'm glad for those of you that are willing to join here today. This is our Rehabilitative Strengthening class. As always, we will focus on strength and endurance. But as always, keep in mind that everything I offer here is a suggestion. And the most important thing is that you do what feels best in your own body, right? So if you need to modify or adjust or even take a break, whatever you need to do so that these exercises and the next several minutes feel good for you. So yeah, we will turn up some music, we'll do more reps, we'll pump up the energy a little bit. So the idea is to have fun with this class, but we also want you guys to stay safe and healthy out there. So keep in mind the three priorities. They are safety, stability, and staying away from injury. So as I offer these suggestions and as I offer guidance, just continue to modify as it's best for you. So we were talking a little bit a second ago, Lou, about taking a break or just needing to rest, which I think it is important, right? Giving your body that time to recover and recuperate. However, the quote today, and I don't think it's wrong, it says, momentum demands movement. Momentum demands movement, right? So even if you're taking a minute to rest or a day to rest, or if there's doctor's orders, several days or several weeks to rest, right? In order to turn around and start to develop the momentum of growth or of increasing strength or improving endurance, movement does need to happen, right? Some form of movement needs to start that momentum off. It's short, it's to the point, and I think it reminds us that in order for us to make any kind of progress, which in my mind is the momentum here, gotta have the movement, right? And like we said, if you're a little tired some days, or you know, you got your butt kicked at boxing, or your allergies are kicking up, whatever it is, right? We could have a million reasons as to why we need to give ourselves a little bit of rest that day, but then the next day, as long as you're ready, as long as you're able, turn around, start that movement again. And so we'll keep doing our part here. We'll keep trying. We're not always perfect, but we give it a little bit of effort over here. And we show up and we do what we can. Yeah, and everyone's movement's gonna look different, right? That's the other thing. A lot of these quotes and these sayings, they come across as blanket statements, but it's good to remember to make it about yourself, right? What movement looks for me might be different for you, definitely gonna be different for you guys. So whatever it is, let it feel good in your body and let it benefit your body. Sound good? All right, Miss Tina, you in? Luckily, Tina came back. I thought she was never gonna come back because of my dance moves, but she might be a glutton for punishment. So we'll see what the playlist brings today, and we'll see how long I hang on to Tina. All right, you guys, so for those of you at home, make sure you have enough water. Do you two have enough water if you need it? Okay, good. If at any point you get a little tired or fatigued, just take a break, give yourself a sip of water, give yourself a little rest here, and we'll start moving here. Knock out these exercises and keep this Wednesday going, okay? All right, you guys. So I'm gonna start with a quick sip of water here. Begin the session off with some hydration. All right, as always, let's go ahead and come to our starting position here. Sit up nice and tall. Oh, the music? I'll turn it on in a second. I'm gonna take a couple breaths first, but thank you, ma'am. All right, so go ahead, sit up nice and tall, lengthen the spine here. And as we start all of our movement, we'll do the same here with breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. Good, two more just like that. Deep cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, last one. Big breath. Big exhale. Nice job, you guys. Tina was basically just telling me to hurry up with the music so she could watch my dance moves. I'm reading between the lines over there. All right, guys, we're still on the playlist taking from yesterday, so we'll see what pops up. Got a little James Brown covering Sinatra, but let's go. Here we go. Little tunes for everyone. Come on to that starting position. Have your feet flat. Lengthen the spine, and we'll start here in the neck. We're going to drop the chin down and lift it up. Drop the chin down and lift it up. Good. So, oh, he's still going. He took a break. There we go. Just start feeling those muscles activate and engage here. Get the blood flowing. Nice job, you guys. Make sure that breath is moving too. We've always said this, but we'll say it again. If the breath is not present, none of this is possible. Just starting to warm the body up here. Going at a pace that feels best for you. Nice job, you guys. Feel free to slow it down or speed it up. Just really pay attention to your body and honor what it's telling you. Awesome work, you guys. Go ahead, one more in each direction. You can look up, look down, and come on back to center. High hand. All right, so come on back to that starting position. We're going to lengthen up through the spine here. Now we're going to take the head side to side, right? So ear down to your shoulder, back through center, and switch. Nice, good. Once again, just starting to activate those muscles. Feel the blood pumping. You looking for something, Ann? Oh, they're in the front. Under the desk, there's a plastic drawer. In the hallway, sorry. Our entrance one. Yes. Good. Keep the breath moving here. Again, make sure you're avoiding any pain or any added injury. You should just start getting warming up the spine here, feeling nice and good as the blood gets pumping. Nice work, you guys. Let's go ahead and do one more each side. Go right, go left, and come on back to center. Nice. Good. Go ahead. Once again, come on back to that starting position. Now we're going to do the shoulder rolls. Hike those shoulders up, and then pull them down. Engage those traps, and pull them down. Good. Now again, as always, if any of these exercises don't feel good in your body or you just don't want to do them, you can always stop and just dance a little. Really try to impress Tina, get your moves going. Yep, I know Tina, I know what you think of me. She's never going to live it down. I'm going to continue to give her a hard time. Good. Make sure you go both ways with this, bringing the shoulders forward as well as backward. Nice job, you guys. Let it feel like a good little massage in your shoulders. Maybe go side to side. Awesome job. All right, come on back to center once more. That starting position. Bring the spine nice and tall here. And then we're going to activate the front of the body. And we have more if you need them, by the way. Oh, that's fair. Yep. All right, go ahead, sit up nice and tall. This one's essentially a seated crunch. So we're going to activate all the muscles in the front of the body. And you can either have your hands up here, or if it's more comfortable, you can set them on your lap. We're just going to round forward as we engage everything in the front of our body. Good. So feel your abs contract here. Feel your pecs pull in. Nice job. And then just continue alternating. Feeling all that blood come into the muscles in front. Good. Oh man, this was one of my favorites when I was in college. It's a good one. Oh, turn it up. All right. There we There we go, guys. Now maybe we'll see Tina's dance moves. Good. Keep that breath moving. Feel the front of the body activating. You might get some stretch in the back of your body. That's okay. As long as there's no pain, it's just a reciprocal action that's happening. Good. Keep that breath moving. Maybe you're starting to warm up a little bit. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead and one more. Pull those muscles tighten. And come on back to seated. Oh. It's never easy right after lunch. I'm well aware of that. All right, the next one we're going to do is focusing on the back of our body here. So your hands can either be right in your lap. You can bring them to the chair, the seat beneath you. And then we're going to pull all those muscles together. So squeeze the shoulder blades and relax. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Feel everything in your spine engage and relax. Good. Curling the base of your tailbone into the base of your head and release. Nice job, you guys. Keep going with that. Feel those spinal extensors activate and come on back. Good. Keep that breath moving. Nice work, you guys. Good. Again, you might feel a stretch on the opposite side of the body. So the front body might feel a little bit of a stretch here. That's okay. As long as there's no pain, it's kind of like an added bonus. We're focusing on contraction and activation in the back of the body. Nice work, you guys. Let's go ahead, do one more. Pull those muscles in, squeeze the shoulder blades. And come on back. Nice work. So you should start to feel our body warming up a little bit here. We've got our core and our spine engaged. Make sure that you do check in with your body, right? If your heart rate raises or maybe your temperature is a little warmer, those are all normal and okay, but you want to make sure they're in check and within normal limits. So I'm going to take let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Now I'm going to take a sip of water. So feel free to do the same for anyone that needs to hydrate. All right, you guys. So we are all done with that. We're going to move on to arms. So shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. So come on to that starting position. You want to still try and be as upright as possible in the spine. We're going to start with flexion and extension of the shoulder here. Now keep in mind that anywhere within this range is going to be okay. So stay within the range that feels good in your body. And then you have a couple options. You can do it with one arm. You can do it with both. Take a couple hand grip options, right? And then just start to breathe as you lift those arms up and then lower. Good. Maybe you're using one hand to assist the other. Nice job, you guys. Good. Make sure you're pairing breath with the movement here. Flexion is lifting those arms up and away. Extension is coming back and down. Nice. Activating the muscles in the shoulder here. And again, keep the breath moving. Oh, mama. That was my favorite line. Wait for it, Tina. Woo! Where's Steffi? Her and I should be on stage. She would support my dancing and my singing. Steffi, if you're out there, I need you. We gotta impress Tina. All right, you guys, one more, and wherever you're at, reach as high as you can, and then we're gonna go side to side. Good, so we're activating the core a little bit here, getting our shoulder girdles engaged. Nice, keep that breath So good. Relax those shoulders. Maybe play a little air guitar. I'm not good at that either. My sister tries to be, and the more excited she gets about air guitar, the higher her guitar gets. Like by the end of the song, she's up here playing like this. Like, when have you ever seen a guitar playing like that? Clearly, we both have very strong musical abilities. All right, you guys, we're going to get into our biceps here. So it's essentially a bicep curl. Right, we're flexing at the elbow as we pull the hand up, and then extending back down. Yep, now you can do both at the same time, or same thing. You can do the hand grip options. Fingers in between, cupped over one another, or using one hand to assist the other. And of course, you can always do this with just one arm, whatever feels best for you. Good. Keep that breath moving. I'm going to turn to the side to show the folks at home. Okay. Good. So you're just pulling those hands up towards your shoulders here. Come back to the breath. Make sure it's smooth and steady. If at any point you need to take a little rest, feel free to do that. Check in with your body. Nice job, you guys. Good. Just pumping a little iron over here. We got it. So really focusing on the biceps as you flex, triceps as you straighten. Biceps flex, triceps straighten. There you go. Nice job, you guys. Couple more just like this. Go ahead, do one more here, and then straighten those arms back out. Nice job. All right, we are moving right along. Let's see. A little Allison Krauss. She's got a good voice. If I could sing, I would want a voice like this. Her or Dolly Parton, but I'll keep practicing. I love them both. Or who's the other gal? She's not country. Linda Ronstadt. I like her voice. Anyways, I don't have a good singing voice, so let's continue moving on with our arm exercises. I warned them, you guys, I had coffee today, and apparently it's still running through me, so. Okay, we are going to move on to forearms here. So we're going to do pronation, which is palm down, and supination, which is palm up. Yep, and you can do both at the same time. The important part here is that you keep those shoulders stable and you're just rotating the muscles of the forearms. Yep, so you can either do one at a time, you can do both, or you can utilize one hand to assist the other. Good. And if you are using the strength of one hand to support the other, right, you might get in there and kind of help rotate it back and forth. Good. Keep the breath moving. If you guys want to join in, feel free. We're working up to my dance solo, so if you want to stick around, that'll be a treat. There you go. There you go. Carol's ready for it. Oh, we don't have any fun here at Easterseals. It's really quite dull. Nice job, you guys. Make sure you keep breathing. I might have just said this, but I'll repeat myself. Even the smaller motions need a little, need oxygen, right? All those muscles need oxygen. Who won? Oh my word. Uncle. Like I said, no fun here. Me and Uncle Uno. That's going to be your boxing name. Oh, goodness. All right, shake it out, shake it out. For those of you that are at home and still standing strong with us, thank you. All right, guys, feel free to get into those muscles, kind of warm them up a little bit. Although on a day like today, I don't know if we need any warming up. I'm starting to get warm in my fall sweater. All right, so now we're gonna get into some wrist action. So flexion is forward, extension is backwards. Yep, flexion is forward, extension is backwards. Now you can do them separately, together. If your hands are clasped over one another, right? You're alternating back and forth. Good. Maybe you're using the strength of one hand to support the other. I like Uncle Uno. I think that's good. I'm going to get you a t-shirt that says that. Oh. And he didn't even have any coffee this morning. That's the impressive part. All right, you guys, go ahead, shake out those hands. Again, feel free to give them a little heat, kind of loosen them up. And then what are we on? Finger opposition, everybody's favorite. So the intention here is to bring your thumbs, the pads of your thumbs, to the pads of every other finger here. Right? And so if you're able to get those fingers to one another, then you want to push into it, strengthening the muscles of the fingers in the palm, and then opening up. Good. So you can either do this with one hand, you can do it with both, like I am right now. If that range isn't quite available, there's a couple other options. You can use your stronger hand to assist those fingers together, right? Just really trying to get those points towards one another. Good. Or you can always come into the base of your hand and bring the thumb to the pinky, and then to the ring finger, middle finger, and pointer finger. You see what I'm doing there? So I'm working at the base of the fingers instead of the tips, so that they just come in a little closer, and then open them back up again. Yeah. Maybe you and I will work with that, see if there's something else that you can do. Yeah. Are you able to get your finger points towards one another? Okay, yeah. Can you do it with the other fingers? That's good. Yeah, and if you're not getting all the way to the tips of the fingers, then just like take that thumb and get to whatever range on that finger you can get to. Does that make sense? Cool. So as you guys can see, a lot of different ways to modify this, depending on your body, depending on the presentation, right? A couple different ways to work on this. Good. So wherever you're at, just do one more round. Keep that breath moving. Nice job, you guys. All right, that one's always a tough one. Don't cry, it's okay. We're so. Oh my word. What goes on over here? Who's out there? Who's watching us? What's happening? How are they letting me do this? All right, last one for hands. Good riddance. Okay, we're gonna flex all of our fingers, pulling them into our wrists, and then making nice tight fists here. Palms is the word I was looking for. Bringing your fingers into the palms, my word. Nice job, you guys. So you can either do both hands at the same time. You can do one at a time. You can always, of course, utilize the other hand. Maybe you're bringing that hand over and kind of curling those fingers in and helping them to stretch out, curling them in, stretching them out. If you're able to get your hands clasped over one another. Pardon me? No, why? Is his ride here? You're not even finishing hands today? Oh my goodness. Get him in here. It's fine, us girls will handle it, right, Tina? Yeah, we got you beat. We got your number. All right, Lou, nice job. I'm gonna give Omar a memo. We've changed our program time to 2:30 pickup only. Oh my goodness. All right, wherever you're at, shake out those hands. You too, sir. We'll see you Friday. All right, Lou. All right, me and you, girl. So I'm gonna head back to the chair. We'll take a sip of water, take a breath, and then move into legs and core. Even though Lewis is skipping out on legs and core again. Okay. Let's take a little. Adios, sir. You have a good one. Thanks. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead when you're ready. We'll take a big breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Nice. All right, so now we're going to move on to core here. So go ahead, we'll try and come back to a nice, tall, upright seat. Lengthen that spine as best as you can. And then we're going to start by engaging our quadriceps, straightening those legs out in front of you and extending at the knees. Good. Nice job. So you want to keep that spine nice and long here. Try to activate the low belly while you kick those quadriceps in. I told him I'm going to write Omar a memo. He's too punctual. Good. Keep the breath moving here. And this is one, you've got a lot of options. You can go faster if that feels good in your body. You can slow it down. If you're working on just one side, right, continue to do reps there. You, of course, can always lean your spine back if you need a little more support. Just make sure the muscles of the core stay active. Nice job. Good. Keep that breath moving. You guys are doing wonderful. Alright, let's do one more each leg here. Nice job. Come on back to that starting position. If you need to, check in. Give yourself a second here because we are going to turn up a slight match. So coming back to that long upright spine, we're going to straighten one leg. And then we're going to start by rotating at the hip. Based on Tina's facial expression, she really likes these. That was sarcasm. She just gave me the thumbs down. All right, so a couple options here. You can keep that leg straight, Tina. Or if you want to give yourself a break, and then when you go the other way, you can bend at the knee. No? Okay. So wherever it feels okay for you. And sometimes bending at the knee just lightens the weight of the leg. It's a shorter left arm. It's physics. It's the only thing in physics I know, but I've learned that. Good. Keep that breath moving. Nice job, you guys. All right, let's give that leg a rest. Why? Because we're going to switch sides and do the other. Gotta even it out, Tina. All right, go ahead and straighten that other leg, and then start the rotation of the hip again. If it feels okay or if it's available, you can rotate at the ankle as well. Of course, you can also lean back with this, again, having the support of the chair, but still keeping your chest lifted and the spine engaged. Good. Give yourself a little bit of a break there, because then you're going to switch sides to the other direction. I'm sorry, not switch sides. Same leg, but other direction. That was my fault. Good. Whew. All right, let's come on back to center because my legs are tired. I'm done with that one. All right, we'll give our bigger muscles here a break. And now we're going to get into pointing our toes, lifting the heels. So these are heel raises here. So come on back to that starting position as best as you can. Sit nice and tall. Lift the heels, point the toes. Good. I'm going to turn to the side real quick just to show our friends at home. Good. And again, several options here. You You can alternate side to side. Want, you can just work on one side. If you need a little more resistance, right, you can push into those knees. So your arms activate, your core activates. Pushing against those knees as you're lifting the heels. My shoes are sliding off. I promise I don't do my heels. They're coming out of my shoes. Good. So this one is a little bit like body weight against body weight. Right? You're just activating the muscles of the upper body to push against the lower body. Good. Whatever position you're taking or whatever variation you've taken, continue moving the breath. It's all movement. All movement requires muscles, and all muscles require oxygen. That, my friends, is your science lesson for the day. You got physics, you got general science. I mean, what more did you want out of this video? You got dancing and singing. Alright, we'll go ahead and finish up with those. Nice job. Okay, the next one we're going to do, come back to that nice tall spine. We're going to march with the legs. Another one of Tina's favorites, clearly. So, try to drive those knees up. There you go. Yeah. No, it looks good. Miss Tina over here is a perfectionist, if I have to say so myself. Good. So just trying to drive those knees as best as you can. Getting into the muscles of the hip flexors here. Nice. Keep that breath moving. Keep the spine active here. Low belly is nice and engaged. Good. Alright, wherever you're at, one more on each side. You have to do it with a smile on your face. There you go, I got your smile. Alright, we are coming up to the last two for core. I always think these ones are the hardest, but clearly you don't like the other two. So, I'm going to turn to the side and show our folks at home. We want to come to a nice tall spine here, right? Activate the low belly. Activate front and back, with the arms up, and then legs up, right? And so we should start to feel it here in this low belly, activating the core muscles, your abdominal muscles, I should say, and keep that breath moving. Good, so a couple options. You can always do this with just one leg if you need, switching if necessary. You can bring your hands underneath. You can bring your spine all the way back. And wherever you're at, find your full expression. If you don't want to hold it, you can do little reps. Keeping that breath moving, feeling the activation in the front of your body here, and keeping the breath flowing. If you are going to hold it, you can hold as long as you want, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Just make sure there's no pain in the low back. Wherever you're at, take another deep breath in, and lower. Nice. How did that one feel? Good. That looks good. All right, I know this next one is also not your favorite. Yep. So we've got two options with this next one. I'll say it's bicycles, but then you can also do swimmer kicks with the leg. So you'll come back to that same position, arms up, legs up, and you can either cycle the legs, or you can swimmer kick the legs. Either way, you should be feeling the engagement and the activation of the low belly, your front abs here. Good, and then again, taking the same variations. You can do one, however it looks. You can rest your spine back. Wherever you're at, keep that core active. And if there's any pain, just back off a little bit. inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. And then as you're ready or if needed, go ahead and take a sip of water. All right. Doing okay, Miss Tina? All right. Those of you at home, you're doing awesome. Thanks for sticking with us. We're now done with all the larger muscles in the body. So we're going to get into our eye muscles first and then finish with face muscles, mouth muscles. So for the eye exercises, it's important to keep your eyes focused on the thumb. Wherever your thumb goes, your eyes go. So this first one, we'll bring our thumb out, we'll bring our eyes to our thumb, and then rotate the thumb while your head stays still. So try and keep that head nice and still, but just rotating the eyeballs around in their sockets. Good. So getting a nice good stretch in the eyes here. Really pushing those muscles to the extremes of their range. Good. And keep that breath moving. Nice job. All right, one more in this direction. Come on back to center. Close the eyes. Release the arm. Nice job. So no different. All muscles need a little bit of rest. They need to be able to reset. So that's what we're doing by closing the eyes here. When we reopen them, we'll do the exact same thing. We're just going to go in the opposite direction. So go ahead, bring that thumb out. Open the eyes and reverse. Good. Taking that thumb again, opposite direction here. Head stays steady. Eyes follow. Good. Keep the breath moving. Nice job. Good, Tina. Way to keep that head nice and still. This one, our eyes following. We'll go ahead. We'll do one more big one here. Come back to center. Close the eyes. Release the hand. Nice job. Go ahead and give those eyes a little bit of a rest here. The next two that we're going to do is we're going to keep our thumb and our eyes steady, but we'll move our head around the eyes. So I'll go ahead, I'll guide you through it once more. Bring that thumb straight out. Open the eyes. Eyes stay fixed. And go left to right. Even though I just went right to left. Basically go side to side. Oh, goodness. All right, you guys, keep that breath moving. Thumb and eyes stay steady as you really try to get the eyes all the way to the corners of their sockets here. Good, by rotating the head. Nice job. All right, one more each side. Back to center. Close the eyes and give that hand another rest. All right, you guys are doing great. We got one more for the eyes. It's going to be exactly the same, except head goes up and down this time. So go ahead, bring that thumb out, eyes open, and then up and down with the head while the eyes stay fixated on the thumb. Good. Really try to get those eyes all the way to the tops and the bottoms of the sockets. Nice job. Looking good, Tina. Keep those eyes fixated on the thumb. Good. One more each direction. And back to center. Close the eyes. Release that hand. Nice job. Oh, we'll go ahead and give ourselves our reset breath here with the eyes closed. Go ahead and take an inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Nice job. All right, we are cruising right along. Let's see. I got the water. You're going to come a little closer, and I'm going to have you roll back slightly Just because I'm going to take off my mask. Perfect. Thank you. It's not that I don't like you. Actually, because I do like you. Perfect. That's good. Just so it's that minimum and then some up. All right. So for those of you at home, we're doing our mouth exercises. We'll finish it off here. I'm going to take the mask off so you guys can see. I'm going to take a sip of water as well to hydrate before we start doing this. All right. So first things first. You what? Oh yeah, that's fine. All good. Are you coming back here then? No, okay. Well then have a wonderful one. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Bill. Okay, so we'll massage our cheeks first. So I've mentioned this before, but it's always worth mentioning, right? These muscles are so important for many of our activities. Talking, eating, swallowing, right? Getting into the tongue muscles, even our facial expressions when we communicate with people. So they do a lot and they can get tense, right? So giving them a little bit of a break here, even just adding a little bit of pressure, right? However that looks in your body, just kind of releasing some of that tension. Nice. All right. So the first one that we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to open our mouth as wide as we can. Nice. And then close it. Good. So we're dropping the jaw here. Good. And closing. So we're really just trying to stretch all through those jaw muscles as wide as we can. And close. Good. Open wide. And close. Nice. Really just feeling a good stretch all through those tissues. And you're also activating those muscles, right? It requires the activation of the jaw muscles to open the mouth. No yawning yet. You got what? 10 minutes left. Stay awake for me. Clearly I'm boring her. Maybe she wants some more dance moves. Maybe that would kind of keep her awake. All right. One more really big wide here. Nice. And release. All right, good. Oh man, Blind Melon, 3 is a magic number. I haven't heard this song probably since college also. Have you heard this song? It's called 3 is a magic number. Anyways, a little Blind Melon for the kids. All right, this next one, we're smiling very big. Good, and then release. Nice, so we're pulling the corners of our mouth up and back, and relax. Good, keep it going, and relax. Nice, pulling all those muscles back and away, and relax. Good. So smiling requires a lot of muscles here, right? You think about it, they're all activating here to pull the cheeks back, pull the mouth corners apart. Good. Now, if you need to use your hand to assist one side or both, you can do that, right? No different than when we were using our hands to maybe assist with the other exercises. It's no different. Nice. All right, one more big one. And release. Whew. Feel free at any point, right, to massage those muscles in between. Let's see, the next exercise we're going to do we're going to continue to smile, but then alternate it with the puckers. So smile big, pull all those muscles back, and then pucker, push them all forward. There you go, good. Smile big, and then push them all forward. Nice, that looks better, Tina. Yeah, have you been practicing that one? Yeah, it looks better. What? It's looser? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like they're coming out a little more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It looks good. Maybe it's just because you're puckering bigger at me. You're getting brownie points. You have to. All right, whoever's still out there, thank you for sticking with us. Couple more just like that. Big smile and a big pucker. Big smile, big pucker. Last one here. Nice. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is puff up the cheeks like a blowfish. Right, so we're gonna keep our lips nice and sealed here, but we're gonna puff those cheeks up, and then once the air is in our cheeks, we're gonna push it from side to side. So we're trying to change the pressure in our cheeks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. So the idea here is that we're stretching the mouth out with air, and as we shift the pressure, we need to keep those lips nice and tight. It's like if you were squeezing a balloon, right, and that air shift or that air pressure changes, there's a knot in the balloon so the air doesn't come out. Well, our lips have to act as that knot, so holding them nice and tightly closed. Ah, nice job. Let that release. I think that one's tough, and you and I have talked about this, because you're trying to expand the cheeks, but then also keep those muscles nice and tight. Yeah, so you definitely have kind of opposing forces going on. Plus the shift in the pressure, we're doing good. All right, next one is lip smacks. So I always have to lick my lips a little bit here. Yeah, perfect. And it doesn't matter how loud that pop makes, as long as there's a little bit of like a release from the lips, right? So, yeah, perfect. Good. So again, seal those lips nice and tight together, and then you're gonna try and smack them open. Mm-hmm. Good. Yep. Can you curl your lips a little more over the teeth? Like, a little better, a little louder. It's tough though, because you got to get those lips almost all the way around the teeth and then pop them open. Yeah. Nice. Give me one more good one. Nice. Good job. Fun fact, if you've gotten your voting ballot, there's a candidate for president. His name is Phil Collins. Yeah, and Brett loves Genesis, so he was like, I don't know, what about Phil Collins? Oh, goodness. I don't think it's the Phil Collins from Genesis, FYI. Read your ballots carefully. All right, enough politics now. It's the only bit of politics I'm talking ever on here is the fact that there's a Phil Collins on the list. All right, where are we at? Oh, the next two are tongue. So we're going to open our mouth as wide as it can, and then take the tongue from side to side to start. Yeah. Now, if you're able to move that a little faster, feel free, but you still want to keep it nice and controlled. So if you move faster and your tongue goes in different directions, slow it down. We want to make sure it goes from side to side. Nice. Go ahead. Feel free to wipe off your lips after that one. And then the next one we're going to do is taking the tongue up and down. So towards your nose, you might not reach it, but then down towards your chin. Uh-huh. There you go. Your tongue's so tiny when it goes up, and then all of a sudden it lengthens as it goes down. I think everyone's does that. Is mine the same both ways? Yours is so tiny as it goes up. Uh-huh. Yeah, there should be a charger in there for you. Uh-huh. Good, and same thing again. If you speed it up, that's fine, but make sure it stays controlled. All right, we'll give that one a rest. I'm gonna take a quick sip before the next one because it's always the hardest for me. So this next one, we're gonna bite our tongue gently, bringing the tongue in between the teeth, and then while it's holding onto the teeth, swallow. So it's gonna look something like this. And my little head nod indicates that I'm swallowing. It's a full body motion. Sometimes it is. Mm-hmm. See, it helps. She thinks I'm crazy, but that's okay. She might be onto something. Good. Bite that tongue a little. And then swallow. And it is challenging, so if you need a break or to take a sip of water, right, the point is to hold that tongue in the teeth while you're swallowing. So it adds an extra force and it really requires those throat muscles to turn on. Mm-hmm. Good. Let's do one more. I'm telling you, do the head nod. It's gonna work. I went to school for this, I know. I did not actually go to the school for the mouth stuff. That's more speech department, but I've learned. Okay, we have our last one, and it's frowning because it's over. Tina's so sad to finish up the exercises today. She's like, get me out of here. When's my ride coming? Oh, look, someone's calling me. All right, last one, and then we'll spare you guys the rest of it. So frown, and then another head nod and swallow. Frown, swallow. I told you it works. Frown, swallow. I don't know who's worse, Steffi or Tina. So for anyone who's out there watching, thank you, and we apologize for this programming. Frown, swallow. Come on, I didn't see it that time. She can't watch it. She can't even watch me right now. She's had enough of me. All right, last one, guys, here. Frown, swallow. All right. Enough with you. Get out of here. All right, Miss Tina, thank you. For those of you out there, thank you. Thank you for dealing with the shenanigans. You're very welcome. Thank you for dealing with the shenanigans that is this class. We like to have a little fun over here. So hopefully you guys are out there enjoying yourselves, moving a little bit, remembering that momentum demands movement. So do your little part, whatever it is. Give yourself the rest when you need, but then start it back up again. We will be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, morning mindfulness, probably a little less laughter then, but no less fun. And then we'll be back one more time at 1:30 for our rehabilitative strengthening. So thank you guys again so much for joining. We love having you connect with us out there. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.